All right, hey, with that intro though. Oh, give me 1 second. These cables are taking forever. Oh man, good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? I'm Armando Ortega, your host for today's episode of The Mind of Mando. I hope everybody who's going to work, you have a restful day, because I know this graveyard's probably gonna be killer. And for those finishing up their shift, hope the rest of your shift goes wonderful. Like I said, I'm your host, Armando Ortega, and that song is a beautiful song. Just listen to it one more time, how it goes, just real quick. $5 to whoever knows where that comes from. $5? Anybody? Nobody know? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. That song is called Chicharron Run from Far Cry 6. That's right. It's not even a legit song like that. It's from Far Cry 6, and it's actually fun. Chicharron being the name of a fighting rooster who got tired of fighting and just wants to take the fight against the oppressors. Señor Castillo, or Presidente Castillo's army. It's sick. You know, the game, I'll be honest, not the best Far Cry installment, but still very fun. Speaking about that, Far Cry 6, I hadn't played it since December, but then I picked it up recently again because I wanted to try it out, and I had no idea that they updated it a lot. I think the last update that I knew about was about Trejo's Tacos, you know, the legit real thing in real life. Danny Trejo making his own taco place called Trejo Tacos, and then Far Cry 6, you know, promoting it with everything. It was fun. What is another one? What is this? Ooh-hoo-y! That sounds amazing. Anyways, oh man, what episode? What type of episode is it gonna be today? Well, anyways, so what do you call it? So yeah, that's the last thing. I want to try Danny Trejo's Tacos. See how it is for Rose. But I picked it up again recently, and what I ended up finding out was that they started do a crossover with Stranger Things, and oh my god, like I played it, and you know, I heard about Stranger Things and everything like that, but I wasn't really into the hype. And then I decided to play Far Cry 6, and I started the weird plant monster thing, whatever. And I just wanted to really like give it a shot, and so I did. And I have a buddy at work, like I told you in the other episode, where he started listening to Metallica because of that episode. I'm gonna start giving it a shot. Speaking of TV, a few weeks ago I got HBO Max. Finally, my buddy. He's been telling me for a long time, bro, get HBO Max, watch Peacekeeper, whatever. What is it, Peacekeeper? Yeah, Peacekeeper and everything like that. And then I just never did. I mean, John Cena is a funny ass actor, and I really want to see the show, but I just never got it. But then I decided to one day just look at it while I was at work, and then I ended up finding out that HBO Max has a lot of amazing shows and movies, and they're like, holy crap. Stuff that I was gonna buy through Amazon, through Prime Video, it's in HBO Max for free. Well, you know, pay for it, but it's there, it's for free. So I decided to be like, you know what, screw it, let's check it out. And yeah, so I got HBO Max, and I just finished the latest episode of season 3 of Harley Quinn. That show's funny. That show's really funny. I like it. Like, I knew I was gonna do it, but it's just like I was addicted to it and everything. Didn't take me long to finish it. Hold on. Oh, man. That Liquid Death, though, just hits different when you're feeling good. Yeah, I'm very bad at time management. Honestly, I had a whole plan for today. Do my laundry, wash the majority of the dishes, fix around. My lady fixed around a lot last night. But, like, that's what I was going to do. I ended up, how do you say it, just... Damn. Camino Revolucionario. There you go. I ended up just picking up somewhat today. So yeah, I was just gonna be do laundry, wash dishes, fix around the house, and then go work out. I suck at time management. I ended up just getting hooked on TV and everything, and I just feel like I wasted majority of the day. But the day's not over yet, because I just want to take advantage of the time that I have before my lady comes home to knock out an episode. And here it is, just knocking it out and everything. And oh yeah, this is the song from that one mission. Just listen to this. It's not bad. I remember when I would let songs play like uninterrupted a couple episodes prior. I guess YouTube picked it up enough to like put down what artist it was in the description without me actually doing it myself. So I want to see if they're actually able to do this, because this is from a video game, but it is on YouTube. So yeah, not much to talk about today, really. Just wanted to knock something short, sweet, to the point, and all that stuff. And let me just turn this down a little bit, actually, so I can speak to you guys clearly. It's just supposed to be like background music, really. It's not supposed to be like a dominant part. Hold on. Peaches, she's like right next to me. Today is one of her days where she just wants to be like super lovey-dovey. Okay, here we go. So I already spoke about this a good amount of times, and my buddy stocked up. I got my buddy hella hooked on Liquid Death. I'll see if I can put this picture in the video. He just sent me something of his fridge being stocked with it. Well, anyways, I spoke about this 3 times already, so this is going to be update number 3. So the first original time I spoke about it, then the first update, second update, and then this is going to be the third one. So basically what happened was I spoke about 26-year-old Long Island native Lauren Pazienza and everything. And the reason I spoke about her was because of a story that broke out back in March. For those who... if you guys just type in Mando podcast, Lauren Pazienza, and everything like that, go ahead. It's going to pop up my 3 previous videos. If you want more full in detail, just go ahead. I speak a lot about my thoughts on those and everything. But this one, I ended up just, it's not a major update, but it's something I feel like you guys should know and everything. Just a quick recap. Lauren Pazienza is 26 years old. She's a socialite, which is basically somebody who, makes a living and everything through social media. Some people might call it an influencer, but she didn't influence anybody. She's just posting up on social media. She's from Long Island. She frequents New York a lot and everything. She was engaged from the last time I heard. So basically, the thing about Lauren is she's from a very wealthy, well-off family and everything. Not saying people who are born and raised in that type of environment and privilege are all bad people, because I know there's a good amount of rich people that are still pretty humble themselves. The thing is, she is not that at all, and I'm speaking about this through the actions, through the interviews, through the statements, people who have known her. Oh my god, my leg's annoying. So what do you call it? I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, just really lost it. This song's really nice too. So basically, she's the type of person who did not, how do you call it, you take no for an answer, basically. And it's not like some power move, business move, or anything like that. It's just, just being a spoiled brat and everything. I know this is gonna be a quick recap, but just lose my train of thought. So basically, long story short, what had happened is because of being that way and the way she is and everything. 26-year-old Lauren Pazienza was out celebrating with her fiance in a park in New York. That park was closing down and everything, and they were told that the park is closing, so they need to make their way to the exit. From reports being put out in articles, stated that once told that they had to leave the park due to it closing, Lauren lost it. She threw a fit. She ended up throwing her food at her own fiance, who, you know, honestly, if that's it, it's the only reason she threw food at him. Oh man, bro, don't stay with her. Like, don't not stay with that. Anyways, she ended up freaking out and leaving the park, going off on a rampage just by herself, huffing like just storming off, basically. Miss Barbara Gustern, 87-year-old vocals coach, beloved by many. She was exiting the building, gonna go back home and everything. That woman's only crime, from what we were told and from what we know from multiple articles, is that she unfortunately decided to start moving and, unknowing to her, cross paths. I'm sorry, I can't speak. With Lauren. And Lauren ended up calling her a female dog and shoving her. I know everybody knows this is because before long, Barbara gave a statement stating that that was the hardest she's ever been shoved in her entire life. Barbara fell to the floor, cracked her head, started bleeding, and Lauren walked away and everything. I think down the road a few blocks or something like that. But there is CCTV footage of Lauren walking away and looking back and staying around the area, just looking from a distance, watching Barbara getting helped out by pedestrians and paramedics coming to try and stop the bleeding and putting her on the gurney to put in the back of the ambulance and send her to the hospital and everything. Lauren called her fiance, whom came rushing to her location, and reports state that Lauren was blaming her fiance for ruining her evening. And yeah, it wasn't until 5 days later, when her and her fiance saw the news. Oh my god, this song is done to death. This is from Far Cry, isn't it? Yeah, let me just skip to the next one. There we go. Yeah, that song was just done to death. Well, anyways, ooh, nice. Far Cry 6 has incredible music, let me tell you that right now. I mean, like, it's just probably just me speaking, because being Latino, knowing how to, like, knowing Spanish and everything, and growing up in music like this, it's something that I love to hear and everything. I'm sure those who are able to speak some sort of Indian language loved Far Cry 4. And yeah, so on with the other installments. Unless you're playing Far Cry 5 and you're from the good old US of A. You know, I like their music too. Well, anyways, how do you call it? So yeah, it wasn't until 5 days later when her and her fiance heard on television that Miss Barbara Gustern, 87-year-old beloved vocal coach, who was shoved 5 days earlier and was taken to the hospital, she passed away. Statements from the fiance state that when he observed Lauren, she became very nervous, very, very nervous. And that's when she came out clean, letting him know, informing him of what she had done, that she was the one who pushed Miss Barbara Gustern. And she is the reason Miss Barbara Gustern is now gone from this earth. What did Lauren do? Felt so bad that she needed to go and turn herself in because she knew what she did was wrong. No, she decided to stash her phone and then run to her family's home in Long Island and hide out there for 2 weeks. I know in my last episode I said that it wasn't until the police knocked on her door when Lauren came out of the house to turn herself in. I was wrong. I since then read more info, and what had happened was the police went to her home because, you know, through the CCTV and other, from what I know, anonymous tips came in. People were able to ID, well, law enforcement was able to ID that the one who pushed Miss Barbara Gustin was Lauren Pazienza, and they went searching for her. They went to her family's house, her parents' house. Her parents were like, no, she's not here. She is not here. Nope, not at all. Oh yeah, and police put up pictures of Lauren around the area of when Barbara was shoved. So they were looking for her and everything, and the public was trying to help them. Amazing. So the parents were like, no, she's not here. She's not here. Lauren was under their care and everything, which brings up another thing, which is there's talks about whether or not the parents should be charged with harboring a fugitive, basically, knowing that their daughter was wanted for a manslaughter charge and everything, and willingly hiding her, lying to authorities and everything. Well, anyways, I guess that was what it took, because the very next day, Lauren went to the station and turned herself in. Lauren was granted bail for $500,000, if I was correct, which her mother posted. Unfortunately for Lauren, but fortunately for justice, due to the fact that Lauren, at least from what I'm speculating, due to the fact that Lauren went running and hiding for 2 weeks, willingly stashed her phone, and went to her family's house where they covered for her, she proved to be a flight risk. And it was argued in the court of law that Lauren should not be let out on bail because of her being a flight risk. The judge agreed, so 3 days later, her bail was revoked, and Lauren was arrested all over again, and she's been sitting at Rikers since, either at the end of March or the beginning of April. And that's what it is. She's due back in court in September. I'm going to be, keeping tabs on that and everything, but she's due back in court. Basically, what the update is that Lauren rejected 2 plea deals and everything, both for the same thing. If she pleaded guilty to the manslaughter charge, instead of 25 years, her sentence would be reduced to 15 years. 15 years still sounds a lot. I know, if 15 years is still a lot, that's a good chunk, especially when you're just 26. That means if she gets sent to prison when she's still 26, then she won't be out until she's 41. And we just heard the song. No, I'll just let it play it again. So we won't hear until she won't be out till she's 41. But here's the thing. 15 years is still less, significantly less from 25 years. Yeah, it's only 10 years, but think about it. You're out at 41 if you plead guilty. But if you get convicted for the charge after not accepting the plea deal, and you get 25 years instead of coming out 41, you'll be coming out at 51. 51. Only 9 years of free life before you already hit your 60s. That's it. And that's a hard, that's what she said, pill to swallow. Because it's like, think about it. Just think about it. You're 26. You are young. You are very young. Everybody here who's listening, if you're not 26 yet, just look at your age right now. You're still very young. Imagine going to prison right now at your age for 25 years. Do the math. Whatever your age is right now, at 25, that's how old you are. That's how many years you're going to be missing from the outside world. When you come out, imagine the technological strides, the historical events. Maybe they're great, maybe they're not. Who knows? But it's still a huge chunk. And for Lauren, it's going to be worse. Because here's the thing. You're 26. When I was 26 years old, what was I doing when I was 26? When was I 26? It was 2020. Yeah. When I was 26 years old, I already had experience in enforcing penal codes and ordinances and whatnot. I have already arrested countless of people, already gone hands-on countless of times. Not only that, I had canine experience already at that point. I had looked amazing in uniform and with my canines. And on top of that, me and my buddies went and got certified to be fugitive recovery agents or bounty hunters. That was by the time I was 26. I think that's a pretty good achievement to have at that age and everything. That was at 26. I couldn't imagine at this, because I'm only 28 now, only serving 2 years so far of my 25-year sentence. Knowing that when I get out, I'm going to be 51, missing the last final parts of my 20s, missing the entirety of my 30s, missing the entirety of my 40s, and starting my 50s. Oh my God, that's horrible. And unfortunately, sometimes sometimes I feel bad for her and everything like that. But then I remember it, and it's just like, I kind of blame the parents too. I mean, I don't know how they raised her, but seeing how she is now, it could most likely be that they showed zero discipline. And now what? Now their daughter's going away for a long time. For a long time. If she's convicted, if she's found guilty. But that's just how it is. You just got to remember that this girl, I'm sure she was given multiple chances to be like, hey, relax. You got to stop acting this way. But didn't. And here she is now, sitting in Rikers at the young age of 26, knowing that she's going to be 51 when she's out, because she didn't accept the plea deal. If they're going to offer it to her the third time, awesome. I recommend taking it, but either way, that's what it is. It's just with this witness statements, or with the statements of the content of her character, everything of the sorts. It's hard to imagine her not, how do you say it, being convicted. And look at it. It's just a bratty attitude. That bratty. If people don't think they can be touched by anything. Everybody thinks themselves invisible when it comes down to consequences and everything. You go out to a bar and you mouth the biggest dude there, and that dude rocks you, to guarantee there's going to be people that are going to be like, oh my God, why did he punch me? This and that. I watched this other video. I'm sure you guys know this. There's this video on YouTube where this woman, I think it's Chicago. This woman gets on a bus, and her and the bus driver get into an argument. I don't know. I think it was about fare or something like that, but they get into an argument. When that argument goes on and on and on, the woman gets up and she walks up to the bus driver, and because there's two different versions of this video and available right now on YouTube. There's two different versions. Both of them show that this woman ended up, in the middle of the argument, putting her hands on the bus driver first, smacking him or scratching him or whatever. What happened? This man right here, this grown man, we don't know how he lived his life. We don't know his experiences. But you can tell at that moment, this man is the type of man to not let someone's gender, race, or age become a factor when it comes down to him being touched in an aggressive, violent manner. So this bus driver stands up, he walks up to her and just throws a solid uppercut that just everybody's like, oh, and then he grabs her. He doesn't hit her anymore. From what I remember, he does not hit her anymore. He grabs her and starts dragging her outside and throws her off the bus. She tries to get back inside. He keeps her out. Unfortunately, he was fired. I think that's bogus. But unfortunately, he was fired. But that's the thing. The reason I bring this up is she received accountability of her actions. But there are people there who have the audacity to just be like, but why? Why did that happen to me? Because they don't ever look at themselves. They don't look at themselves in the mirror, look at their own personality, their own behavior and everything. They want to be like, why would they ever do that to me and everything? What did I do? Why do I deserve this? Because in an interview with that same exact woman who touched that bus driver, she was saying, I can't believe it. I can't believe a man would do that to me, a woman, yada, yada. Sorry, my dishwasher's in the back. I can't believe that would happen. Until the interviewer says, like, how do you respond to the comments that others are being made in the video that shows that you put hands on him first? That's when she kind of chokes up a little bit and she goes, my lawyer says I shouldn't be talking about this, so I'm not gonna talk about that and everything. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm positive your lawyer did tell you not to do that because, I mean, lawyers can be sleazy, but they're not dumb, you know? It's like, because here's the thing. It's just, if you start talking about that, trying to quote unquote defend yourself and defend your actions, you could only make it worse because you might, how do you call it? Unwillingly, Jesus. What was that? Hold on. Let me rewind that real quick. Hold on. See when it comes back. Oh, who is this? El Barbarie. Barbaro. Oh, is this the one? Hold on. I think it's coming up now. Yeah, I think YouTube's gonna recognize because I keep doing this much. But I'm not too big that it'll like demonetize me. Woo-hoo-hoo. Damn, this guy, like, these people don't know how to breathe. They don't believe in lungs and oxygen. Anyways, so yeah, so what I was saying is, you talk trying to defend your actions, trying to prove your innocence or anything. You might say something that is actually going to be used against you, saying like, oh, but you stated this, but you stated that. Well, yeah, and then you're going to try and go backpedal and try and do more excuses, and it's just like, stop. That's why lawyers recommend, like, hey, anything about this topic, just don't say anything. Just don't talk. You say something one day against your lawyer's wishes, it might come back and bite you in the butt. So yeah, well, anyways, that's the whole case. And that's essentially what I feel like happened with Lauren Pazienza. This girl might not have been used to being told no, may have not been used to anybody checking her attitude, checking her actions or anything like that. Because it got to the point where her actions, her attitude ended up with her ending a woman's life and now facing 25 years in prison. It's insane, but it has to happen. It has to happen. More information comes out. Like I said, I'll keep you updated. I've been invested in this story for a while. But yeah. Other than that, Far Cry 6. The music is nice. I will say that. You could ride horses. You could unlock a so-called unicorn. It's just a horse with a paper mache horn on. I got a woolly horse and everything. That looks very nice. And yeah, other than that, I'm gonna wrap this up now. Like I said, it's gonna be a very short episode today. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe start editing it, but I'm getting ready and I'm gonna head out to the gym, go out running and everything, and maybe lift some weights or something, and try and help to get this excess stuff out of this house. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for sitting here, hearing me ramble for this short, my God, this short 30-minute episode or so. Is it 29 minutes? I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.